It's the herd hierarchy. First time I've done it this year, I feel like every team, in fact, I feel good about 11 teams in the herd hierarchy, but I only have 10. So one of them, Tennessee, is 11th, but let's go with our 10.
Herd hierarchy.
Time is now. Let's go.
The top 10 NFL teams according to Colin. Number 10.
I'm going to go Cleveland Browns, number 10, over Tennessee because I think they're more explosive offensively, 30-plus points in 3 straight games. Only team to average 200 yards rushing per game this year. Most rushing touchdowns in the NFL with 8. Their defense, though I think it can be susceptible to the big play on the back end, has the most turnovers with 10. I think if you're in Cleveland, Kevin Stefanski feels like finally a grown-up, a teacher in the room for Baker Mayfield. I think Cleveland's a playoff team. That's what we predicted. I have them at 10. The Colts. Now, they play this weekend, and I like the Colts to win. That's why I put them at 9. Their offense is not as explosive. Phillip Rivers exactly 1 touchdown pass in each of the games. But their defense is the best in the league right now. Number 1 in everything. Points, yards, third down, passing yards. Only team to allow fewer than 300 total yards in all 4 games this year. Again, a limited offense, but I think they beat Cleveland. If I'm wrong, I'll flip-flop them. Steelers. Listen, they've beaten bad teams. That's what worries me. Giants, Broncos, Texans are a combined 0-9. But it's hard to run on them. You can't deny their front 7 personnel is out of this world good, and Tomlin's a defensive coach. Plus, they have Minkah Fitzpatrick behind that. 1 of 5 teams to average 25 points a game and fewer than 20. They've played bad teams. They are back. I don't know how high the ceiling is, but I'll put them at 8. But I think Buffalo would beat them on a neutral field, so I have the Bills at 7. I love their coaching. I like their defense. Doesn't quite feel as ferocious as last year, but Josh Allen is the story. 15 touchdowns, 1 pick this season. Stephon Diggs has added a deep threat element they did not have. 3 games with a completion percentage of 70% or more. He looks like a baby Big Ben, but even more athletic. I really like Buffalo. They feel like a team capable, barring injuries, of doing all the things you need to do. Well coached, don't turn it over, good run defense, and an explosive dynamic at wide receiver. Seattle. I don't know if Seattle is 6. I'm just putting them up there because of Russell Wilson. There's so much about Seattle I don't like. They have no pass rush. Their defense, they bad on the back end, but they hit. They've got some playmakers, and Russell Wilson is insane right now. He is the best player in the world. Aaron Rodgers and Mahomes, they can argue for number 2. I put them at 6 because I thought they'd beat Buffalo in a neutral field because of Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson. I think Buffalo's more complete. But there's, again, Russell Wilson's playing right now at a level that you just don't see. Tom Brady's best year, he wasn't this because he didn't have the escapability. Seattle at 6. Tampa Bay, this is interesting. Brady has increased his passer rating in each game. Brady's offense, total yardage, increased in every game. We knew the defense would be good. It's second best in the NFL against the run. But I like that Brady has now, it took him a month, he has found his guy. It's Mike Evans. So Brady has Leonard Fournette, and they're doing it, by the way, without Chris Godwin, and Leonard Fournette just got there and has been injured. This offense, O.J. Howard is out now for the year. I know that's bad news, but now they still have 2 really good tight ends. But I like they're getting better each week, and he has found Mike Evans as his go-to receiver. Let's not sell all of our stock on Baltimore. I'm going to have them at number 4 because they're the only team in the league, 27 straight games rushing over 100 yards. Lamar Jackson is still really good. Am I concerned they're 0-10 when trailing at halftime in the last 2 years? Yes, that is something. It's not good. I think Russell Wilson and Patrick Mahomes and certain quarterbacks are better when trailing. But, they got the Bengals coming up at Philadelphia. They're going to post some more wins here. I think we'll really know more about them. They face the Steelers in Week 7, at the Colts Week 9, at the Patriots Week 10. This is still a championship-level football team that just frankly doesn't match up with Kansas City very well, and who does? New England. They win that game with Cam Newton. I'm not going to punish them for last night because Cam Newton's coming back according to stories this morning. Folks, best right now, only team to hold the Chiefs without a touchdown in the first half in the Mahomes era, they've done it 3 times. This is a real football team. They just need Cam. I also would love if they went out and got a deep threat. But I'm not going to punish them. Their upcoming schedule's got a lot of wins. Broncos, Jets. I just think they're really good with Cam. Their defense has 8 takeaways. That's second most. And again, they have not played bad teams. They have played Seattle. They have played Kansas City. They're playing real football teams. I have them at 3. But Green Bay's win last night, missing their top 2 wide receivers, was the most impressive they had been. Again, the protection is excellent right now. Aaron's comfortable. He's got a running game. He's got time to throw. He's got multiple tight end and wide receiving targets. Aaron's got 13 TDs, no picks. They also have the best point differential in the NFL at 51. And through the years, there's 2 things that generally matter in the NFL playoffs. What are you averaging yards per play? That matters because it means you're explosive. And what's your point differential? Baltimore's was huge last year. Those are things that matter as the seasons go on. Really great teams blow about 7 teams out over the course of the season. That's what the Niners in Kansas City and Baltimore did last year. Packers number 1 in the NFL in point differential. It matters. Kansas City, but I don't think it is by much as I thought a couple of weeks ago. I think Cam in New England would have beaten them last night. I think Aaron Rodgers could beat them. Baltimore doesn't match up well, but I think if Seattle's O-line is not as bad as I think, they could maybe run the football on them. I'm going to give them the number 1 team, but I don't think they're quite as dominating as I thought. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.